Some fan questions Kelsey's been on saying, ladies, we want to do Kiss, Marry, Avoid with you. Justin Bieber, Liam Hemsworth, Zac Efron.
Oh, wait, who's it? What?
I know. You can't see me very well. I've tried to change some settings, but I don't think there are any settings in this. I wanted to talk about juxtaposition in life. Okay, so I once went filming and I uploaded a photo of that to Instagram. It's sad, sorry, ages ago. Yeah, sad. I was in a beautiful dress and I'd had makeup done and nail varnish put on, and I'd done a night shoot, and it was that extra life. I was on set and there were cameras and I was part of a TV show as an extra. I had brought my own food because our base was in the studios, and we didn't film in studios. Then I was driven back to my student house to actually come over for a day's filming, otherwise it was still the holidays, so I was going to travel back home. And I just went, I can't bother to walk back to Catay's. Something like that. Yeah, it was like, I can't bother to walk back to Catay's. And the very nice lady, whose name I unfortunately can't remember, which is annoying because she drove me home, well, secondary home at the time. So I'm annoyed I can't remember her name. But she went, I go all the way back to Catay's. And she offered to drive me. I was like, oh, thank you. And I somehow was good enough at giving driving directions for her to take me to Catay's, because obviously I knew how to get there. But driving directions are different because there are some ways that cars can't go. So you've got to be like, okay, so which way do I direct her to? But we got there in the end, so it was all good. All good. It was good, and I went to sleep, had a nap and stuff, I had to obviously, I can't remember when my coach back was, but I had a coach back. I took the coach and I walked. My bus was literally not coming at all, so I was walking a few stops at a time until I ended up just walking all the way to what exactly can I say it was? Leicester Square. I was in Leicester Square because I was like, well, if I'm walking, I'm just going to go to the Cinderella exhibition. And I went, and I didn't end up going in there. I went past there to get deets and stuff. But it's fine. I ended up going in the end, and I think I went 3 times actually. I was their last customer, and it was so nice. I got clapped out. It's very nice. I was like, as I was leaving, I was like, thank you. But on the day, there was that juxtaposition of having just been filming and then going home to just life again, and I suppose more uni work since I was in my second year of university. And it was really weird. And I'm talking about this now because I've had it again, kinda. and juxtaposition can hit you in different ways, and in one way especially if you're socially awkward. So I went to class premiere yesterday and it was amazing. I met so many people. I spoke to some new faces. I met someone called Jake, and it was funny actually. I was sitting somewhere and I saw Leah. Why did I forget what her name was? Didn't forget it, I just blanked out and was like, who did I see? Who did I see? I had her face and I just, anyway, my brain's weird. It's one thing that you can learn about me. My brain's weird. I saw Leah, who's a friend of mine, and we talked for, well, very briefly, and I was like, oh, I might as well like join you guys. So there were like 2 seats at the end, but they said reserved on them, so I didn't sit there. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure no one ended up sitting there in the end. I don't know, I just didn't see anyone. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I might as well sit with you guys instead of like sit at the end there, so just sitting by myself at the front. And I had so much stuff on me, and I'm not the skinniest of people. I'm slim, I'm not overweight or anything. I'm actually clinically underweight. But what clinically says and how you look and feel are 2 different things, really. Yeah, so I was just trying to squeeze past what everyone was like, and I just met a girl called Abby, and I was just like squeezing past her, like, sorry, and I'd already like sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, but she was like sitting there, and Leah sitting there, and I went to hug Leah, so I was just like, so I guess I was like sort of in her face, so I felt like I had been, so I was like, sorry, and I got her name, obviously, so I can't just like perhaps put my arm, or I don't know, just this side of me, possibly uncomfortably close to your face and not there your day. That's just a bit like, so yeah, that happened, and I sat there and I met a guy called Jake, and he, I hope, no, that's not his name. His name's Jack. Where did I get Jake from? Not Jake, Jack. His name's definitely Jack. Yeah, he was sitting next to Joe, who I already know, and he said something along the lines of, I feel like I'm in the middle or something like that, and I was like, oh, it's okay, we'll get to know each other, it's part of the Hoolian title, and we did get to know each other, and we had a good chat, and he's one of the many people, or at least quite a few people I unfortunately didn't get to say goodbye to, because I was supposed to retire and get my coach back here, so I could be in class in uni, be in class after the class premiere. The next day. So yeah, I realised I didn't see him again that evening after we sort of like separated and stuff, but yeah, it's like kick around, and there were just so many people to talk to and see and catch up with, and meet first time as well, and talk to. Yeah, it's a combination. Catching up with old friends, or old acquaintances, old pals, whatever words you want to use. There was seeing familiar faces, not because I knew them personally, but because, for example, Crystal D was there, and she presents the fan show. I saw Luke Spillane. Oh, yay! Just feels weird saying his last name sometimes, because I pronounced it Spillane for ages, because that's how it's spelt from the point of view of what I was told when I was younger, or what I heard when I was younger. Or if it's a double consonant, then it's the sound of the vowel, and if it's one consonant, then it's the sound the letter is. So, for example, that's why it would be Spillane, because there's only one N. But anyway, his name is Spillane, that's what he says. So yeah, it just feels like, yes, achievement unlocked when I say it correctly. Because my brain would always want to say it the other way. Yay, done that so correctly. So I saw him, and he also presents the fan show, and that's on YouTube. And who else did I meet? Her YouTube channel name is Kev. There's Boy, I think it's her full name. I don't want to get it wrong. I'll look it up and I'll tell you. Because I recognised her but I don't know, I guess it didn't process properly. There was so much excitement that day. And she said something, and I was like, oh yeah, you make YouTube videos. Yeah, I've got that sometimes, and I recognise someone like, where do I know you from? I had it with someone whose channel name is Oh It's Kim. For some reason, I just had Meg in my head when I was passing her in Freshers Fair. So I was like, I know you from somewhere. She was like, okay. I was like, do you know Meg? She's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. And then she told me to like I could come back round if I realised, and I was like, I realised where I know you from. Do you have a YouTube channel? And yeah, so it's Kim. Yeah, that was who I was thinking about, and I was like, where do I recognise that face from? Yes, I've been before. Funnily enough, there's my mate Alice, who I met through work because we both used to work in a cinema, and I know that they know each other because YouTube recommended, as they do if they go, you should probably watch this video, a video to me, and I clicked on it and I watched it. I think it was either that or autoplay, but I think it was recommended. And I was like, you know Alice? And she commented back, I live with Alice. I was like, cool. Yeah, okay. Her name is Kezia Rose Newson. Yes, I knew it was Rose Newson, but I wasn't sure. Yes, got it. Right, so I met her, and so that's like a familiar face, but it's not. I can't say catching up because we hadn't actually met before, so we didn't personally know each other. Stephen Moffat was there, Cash, and he's like, excuse me, and like, walk past the crowd, and he just went past me. And I was like, yes, goals. Is it goals? I don't know, but it's amazing. Probably not to everyone, but I could get a shirt that says Stephen Moffat walked past me. I don't know what I would do with that shirt, but there we go. A t-shirt, rather. Yeah, so that was a great day of catching up with old pals, and meeting new people, and seeing familiar faces, talking to people who were just on a screen. That was good. Yeah, like I said, I think I've said this, or am I imagining things? I didn't talk to anyone for probably any more than 5 minutes each, throughout the entire evening, because I was trying to do so many things. The photo booths, I wanted to go through the photo booths and stuff, and take all the pictures and film as well, and also experience stuff and talk to as many people as possible. Oh dear. Sorry, I just feel like checking my Twitter at the same time. Oh my gosh, why are you doing that? Is it just being silly because it feels like it? Have I got sassy laptop going on? Twitter is still the same. I was gonna say how's Insta, but that generally uploads better when it uploads. I can't talk right now. Right, there was a lot of stuff to do. There was a lot of food to eat. They had wine. I didn't see any champagne. Sometimes. It's not. It was a great event, so it's not like there was no champagne, so it sucked. If an event easily sucks just because it doesn't have champagne, it's probably not a great event. And the class premiere was a great event, so it's not like that's not. I can't say it sucked because it didn't have champagne. Yeah, I did say to I was talking to Caroline, Beth, and Kaz, and I was just like, basically, I'm not a typical student because I only like champagne and bombers. I'm not, yeah, I just like champagne and bombers. If I'm going to have an alcoholic drink, it's got to be champagne, it's got to be bombers, cherry. Maybe, but I don't know, I'm just a bombers cherry kind of girl. Yeah, it's got to be that, or I don't want it. Because it feels like they're they're like proper occasional drinks, and I would have an alcoholic beverage if I felt like it, and it would then be for a special occasion. So they just work that way. Whereas I feel like other drinks such as vodka or maybe beer, I feel like beer can be an occasional drink, but isn't necessarily seen as that. Because, for example, I've worked at bars and during the rugby people buy their beers, but then that's why I could say it can be seen as an occasional drink, a drink for special occasions, because people are buying it at the rugby. I feel like it's not. I don't think beer is a drink that people go, having one of those days, or no. Wait, how can I explain it? Like they would just replace orange juice for it, kind of thing. I'm probably not making any sense. I think beer can be a drink for a special occasion, but it's a less synonymous with special occasions than what should I call it? Champagne, sparkling wine. Yeah, it's generally drinks like that, or wine is like a special occasion drink, but I don't like wine. I don't like the way it tastes at all. I haven't had white wine, and because I've been shocked by red wine, I don't want to have white wine. Maybe one day I'll brave it and try a bit, because I don't think it should taste the same as red wine. Oh gosh, no. No. Yeah, I think I've summed up the alcoholic beverages here. Champagne or fruity stuff, like a good cocktail, that's very, for an occasion. Anyway, so yeah, not typical student, because I like posh drinks. Stereotypically posh drinks, at least. What else? Yeah, they had food that you could eat. They had people like walking around with it, trays, which I hope they got paid well for, because when people do that with them, I mean, even though we're part of the cinema anyway, and they chose to work a later shift, so they could do that, or what was I going to say? Or their agency staff, and they were employed just to do that. Agencies like to not pay people well sometimes, not all the time. So I hope they were paid well. Just as a side note, so yeah, I don't know. Pay is very important to me, I think. Side note, by the way, I think everyone should be paid a living wage, to be honest. I think the national minimum wage should be equal to the living wage. But, personal opinion. I can see many reasons why people would say that they would not prefer that to be the case. Especially businesses, they want to obviously drive their costs down, and one of those costs is the wage that you pay to your employees. If the minimum wage that you have to pay is lower, your costs are automatically driven down. So I can see why they would want, or why they would debate that actually the living wage should not be the minimum wage. And there are lots of arguments that one could go into, but I'm not going to go into in this video because it's not the point of it, talking about juxtaposition. So yeah, that was just a side note. And it was a brilliant event getting to also do the Q&A and asking my 8-part question. That was brilliant. I basically, class is a Doctor Who spin-off, in case you didn't know, 19 minutes into the video. And I thought, I'd written actually like a list of questions in case I got to speak to them, which I didn't know if I would or not. But I was hoping I would, and I got to speak to them for a bit and ask them a few of the questions that I had set out. But 4 of the questions were part of the one-word test that I'd set out. So in Doctor Who Series 7, Episode X, The Snowman, Christmas Special, Clara, Oswald and Oswald, Clara Oswald, trying to remember which form we're talking about here of Clara. Clara Oswald gets given the one-word test. So Vashtra is allowed to use however many words she wants to in her question, but Clara Oswald is only allowed to reply with one word. So I thought I'd do that. So they'd be like, Doctor Who related scenario, fun. And I asked them 4 questions. The idea was they would answer a question each in one word, as opposed to like ask them all to answer them all in one word, because I thought that would take time because other people had questions. But it went like I ended up which questions are there? Yeah, 2 questions. So I re-asked 2 questions, and those questions were technically I re-asked 3 questions, but obviously they're trying to not give spoilers. So I guess my question number 1.5 was favorite monster in one word, and I guess that would be very hard to describe in one word without being spoilery. So yeah, Patrick Ness, like, next question. Patrick Ness is a fantastic writer, by the way. That episode was perfection, so definitely watch Class on BBC 3. It's in 10 hours as I filmed this, 9 hours 53 minutes. So definitely check it out. And it makes me, I've got a copy of A Monster Calls, and I'm just really like, yes, I want to read this. I've just got some great writers with me. I have James Goss, who is a fantastic writer as well. He wrote Doctor Who Dead of Winter, which I read, and it gave me chills where it was meant to give me chills. And yeah, he's just, I can't explain it, but James Goss is an amazing writer. Side note, George Mann is an amazing writer as well, where there's Engines of War. Doctor Who Engines of War, I thought I was going to get to read it all this summer, but I didn't. I got unexpectedly busy again, random different times. It's weird. So I'm only on chapter 4, and I am singing the praises of this book. So that tells you everything you need to know. George Mann is perfect at creating an atmospheric feel, creating the right atmosphere that you need to experience to fully immerse yourself into the world that you're reading about. He's just amazing at describing things. Oh my gosh, George Mann basically is amazing. George Mann's the man. He's amazing. So I'm gonna start singing the praises of writers now. Even though they're all great. I have many Doctor Who books to read. Many. I need to read The Cursed Child because I finally admitted defeat. I'm not gonna get a Cursed Child ticket. It's not gonna happen. I wish I could, but I was working when they released the second round of tickets, so the only thing I could do was call. I can buy online, I can go there, and it did the same thing it did to me for the Doctor Who proms back in 2013. I was like, can we call a bit earlier, beat the queue? It goes, the box office opens it. I was like, okay. Then I call, did I call it 9:59 or did I just call it 10? I must have called it 9:59 as well. But at some point, it did busy tone for practically the entire time I was working of an event. And I was like, okay, that's it, give up. At some point, it did go through, but then cut off. So that's sad. I was like, okay, got it, I'm not getting tickets. And I wanted to read the book after. So now that I've admitted defeat, I'm gonna read that. And it's gonna be good. Side note over, long side note over. I'm gonna have to remind myself of what I was actually probably on the topic. Oh, yeah, I got to ask questions, Q&A, and I obviously got to watch it because I was there. Yeah, I think I've covered everything that was great about it. Obviously, watching Class was amazing. Meeting the cast of Class. That's the way around it. I have to say the cast of Class. Because I can't always say cast, which is why I call them the classed. If I'm talking about them, or if I'm thinking in my head, they'll be the classed. I have to say the cast of class. I can't. Oh, I can't. Classed or cast of class. Right, anyway, sorry, little monologue over. Yeah, it was great to meet them. It was great to meet Patrick and Ness. And there was some good humour around as well. It was just the best. We were all Houyans, we were enjoying it, and we were enjoying ourselves. There was a brilliant moment in the Q&A when someone, I think, was just praising class and then forgot her question, and she was like, I forgot my question. It was just brilliant. It was funny. And then there was me with all my questions. And Patrick Ness was like, that's a lot of information to ask for that. I'm not quoting, I'm paraphrasing. Because I asked for questions. And then A. being brilliant. Did I say presenter for Q&A? Although it wasn't streamed. I'm going to go with presenter. Yeah, being brilliant is just like humour was added, because she's like, and what was the second part of the 8-part question? Brilliant. So yeah, I had an amazing time. I went to take my coach back, realised I didn't have my purse on me. It's fine, it's here, thankfully. I missed a coach that was late because I saw it leave when I was late. I took the last coach, I came back, I had uni today, and now I'm here, and everything's normal again, if that makes sense. I feel like my mom's going to Skype call me once. But I would have to unfortunately hang up but call back when I'm done. So it's a juxtaposition again, meeting everyone, having a brilliant time, talking to everyone, even if it was for a maximum of 5 minutes, which is golden, especially when you haven't seen someone in a very long time. When you haven't seen people in a very long time, 5 minutes is everything. It's too short, yes, but it's still amazing. And I'm sure there are some people I didn't get to speak to at all. Yeah, I didn't get to meet Fadi, actually. Or speak to... well, did Ada stay around, or did she leave? I don't know, but yeah, there are people I didn't get to speak to. So. But I tried to set the limit of time. I mean, the fact that the people I did get to speak to, I didn't speak to for more than 5 minutes in total tells you everything. So that was great, and now I'm here, and things are very different. I'm just in my room right now. There's no glitz, there's no glamour, there's no... Well, there is TV in the atmosphere. I have the cast mini poster on there, and I've got lots of Doctor Who stuff here. But I don't have my pals around me. I'm not talking to my pals, I'm not catching up with people. And I'm doing the thing that my brain is spending a while doing now, because I didn't get to do it on the day because I was running on excitement, which is why if you meet me during a convention and we keep in touch, and at some point down the line I tell you I'm socially awkward, you won't believe me, because that does happen. The reason that is during a convention I am running on excitement, everything is amazing, there's fandom stuff everywhere, it's a fandom event, it's amazing. But after, there's nothing to be excited about, so I can't run on excitement anymore. I'm running on my everyday fuel, so everything's very different, and all the social awkwardness that could have been there before, which wasn't because it was being shut up by all the excitement, which doesn't always work. That's mostly the way it goes, but sometimes, despite being in an environment with all the excitement, I do still get moments of social awkwardness. But I think yesterday I didn't get that at all. I don't think I got that at all on the day of the premiere. And if I did, it was very rare, and that's generally the case. Either it's not there at all, or it's very rare when there's some excitement around. my brain's compensating. So I've had thoughts like, or maybe one thought I was weird, and I was watching back the footage and my laugh was just stupid. There's a lot of, so I thought, this is Doctor Who related. I'd see the questions for you for the 1-word test, or whatever that weird laughing was. Or maybe everyone thought I was weird. Maybe I was a bit too much. All these thoughts that socially awkward people have, I'm having them now, and it's annoying because I'm feeling uncomfortable. The thing is, I think it's possibly better to have them at the event, because then you can, so it's not because it stops so many things, but the thing is, you can either tell your brain, hi, you're talking nonsense, please let me progress. And if your brain finally understands, wait, there's no around this, I am talking nonsense, it will let you do what you need to do, and then it's just talking to someone or getting someone's attention, whatever it is. Or you can adjust so that your brain is satisfied with your actions, if that makes any sense. But if it's after, if it is, or maybe they thought I was weird, that's it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's funny, I'm pretty sure. Oh, did I have this? Yeah, I think I was in the shower and I was thinking about maybe people will think I'm weird. Because the social awkwardness stuff, it's intense during something, but it starts before. So I had it maybe the day before. I had like a socially awkward type thought, and it was, maybe they'll think I'm weird. And I was like, but I am weird, and I'm not normal, because what is normal anyway? I'm that crazy fandom girl, or that enthusiastic, that excited fandom girl, probably better wording. That's who I am. I'm fandom girl, I am science girl. Below that, do I love science, astronomy, goals, yes, go astrophysics and all of the physics. Chemistry and biology are really interesting as well. I'm a writer, I'm a musician, I'm an actress when people let me act. I am so many things. Pardon me. And I am weird. That's one of my traits. I just, I don't know, I'm not very, this is how you behave. And it's like, oh gosh, there's a TARDIS, for example. Oh, there's a TARDIS over there. It's like, TARDIS. So I'm weird, and that shut that part of my brain up. Maybe they'll think you're weird. I am weird. Oh, okay. But if it's after, it's maybe they thought you were weird. You can do things about stuff before an event and during an event, but you can't do anything once it's happened. So getting the thoughts after is really not the best. Social awkwardness problems. So yeah, I think this concludes my video actually. And Mother hasn't called me. She went online, but she hasn't called me to interrupt filming this video. I'm gonna more or less end it here. I'm probably gonna end up talking for another 2-3 minutes so to wrap up the video and summarize myself. But I think I've got to the point of talking about juxtaposition. The whole point of this was, by the way, juxtaposition is weird. It feels weird. I think Carrie Hope Fletcher covered it in a video, and I can't remember which one it was. I think she ended up going to a premiere. I can't remember what it was for. I think she was in a TARDIS dress or something like that. And she said something along the lines of, I was at premiere and I'm just walking around in my TARDIS dress. And I think I did put in the comments of that video about my experience, from filming to just walking on the streets, and I'm just another person walking down the street. I'm not having makeup put on me. I'm not being an extra, I'm not dancing in the background, or walking anywhere, or traveling to anyone. I was walking somewhere, I was walking home. Did I end up taking a bus from Piccadilly Circus? I hope I did, because if I walked from the coach station via Leicester Square, then all the way home just walking, I used to only have my tiny suitcase on me. That's all I would have had if I had a suitcase, because I was just a one-day shoot. Still, buses, man. Oh, this is much better lighting. That's not. This is good. Yeah, it was weird. Juxtaposition is weird, and when social awkwardness has something to do with it, it's even weirder. And I don't know, maybe there's a way it can be fixed or sorted out, but I haven't come across it yet. And I don't know anything about it. I don't know if I would say it ruins the experience, though. I was just thinking, is it ruined the experience? I still know I had an amazing time at the premiere. I think it's about shutting those thoughts up, because otherwise I could be, yeah, I had an amazing time. But then there's the thought of, yeah, but you were a weird girl who everyone thought was weird and just, yeah, thought was weird. And thought was a bit too much or whatever. Yeah, I guess so. That's showing that up, because otherwise, that's all that event is to you. The one where you were the weird girl was a bit too much for people, as opposed to the one who had a blooming fun time, enjoyed meeting everyone that she could possibly meet. And that's how the event should be in my head. That's how I should remember the event. I should remember it as an event where I had fun, and I saw Caroline and gave her a big hug, and where I met new people, where I had fun at photo booths, and where I talked to Vivian, Sophie, Patrick. Actually, it feels weird. I can say Vivian and Sophie, right? But if I just say Patrick and don't say Patrick now, it feels weird. It feels like I'm trying to go, yeah, we're in first name terms now. It's like, nope, no, I'm not. So, yeah, Patrick Ness. There we go. That feels better. Otherwise, I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't know why, but it does. Overclaiming my status in regards to Mr. Ness when, yeah, first name terms. Well, maybe in an alternate universe. Yeah, maybe we're like writing buddies in an alternate universe. I don't know. But gonna have to stick to saying his full name for now. Yeah, so that's the video over. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you can relate to anything I've said. Obviously from Kara's video, she would be hypothetically able to relate if she would be able to relate if she hypothetically watched this video, which I won't. She doesn't know this one of this. Or like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure she doesn't watch my videos. Very little fish in a very big pond that is YouTube, with lots and lots of channels. So yeah, but yeah, if she would be able to relate to it, would be just on the front of general juxtaposition, which is what I covered. But I also covered the social awkwardness aspect. I don't know if she would call herself socially awkward or not, is a thing. So I don't know if she'd be able to relate to that. So I don't know at present of anyone who would be able to relate to that. So if you are one of those people who would, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I would appreciate reading about that. And Yeah, I guess so. I was going to say if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. But I don't know if anyone could have suggestions there. And that is it. Click like if you liked the video and dislike if you disliked it. I don't know. It's still like the kind of video I thought. Do you like the, I guess, outro for? Like I'm not going to try to share because I don't know, it makes no sense to me. I mean, you can if you want to, obviously. It's up to you what you click on and what you don't click on. But, yeah, it was weird to tell you to share this particular video, so I'm not gonna tell you to, obviously you're tired. Bye. It was weird to end the video. I just said, obviously we're tired. Ugh, I am though. And I was gonna click that before I yawned. No, nothing to be said. I was trying to see if I could fill a gap because it was weird. It felt weird for me to yawn and then click 5, but nothing. So yeah, once again, class is on BBC 3 from 10 AM on the 22nd of October. So please make sure to check it out because it was an amazing show to watch episodes 1 and 2 of. Yeah, so make sure you do that, and that's part of why the whole thing was amazing. Okay, bye.